Damn, damn, I like the way your booty clap.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America. The
Damn,
city
damn, I like the
the
way
place
your
where you'll
booty
find the
clap.
best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. His return starts at the 5. And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or two short.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and you're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So some fireworks there to start this ball game, Brock. One play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both teams have such quick strike ability, but boy, on the other side of the field, the coaches have to be wondering why this team wasn't ready to go. That's a big letdown to begin a football game.
Yeah, no doubt. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. He rolls to his right. He's got Devontae Smith. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete, couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him, and it's going to be 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Hurts setting up to throw. Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Here's another carry for Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's got Smith. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Shotgun snap for Hurts. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Josh Sweat making the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Daniels. Looking slant route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. They're set up at the 35 now. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles with the football. New set of downs for him from the 46. Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 48. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Now Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now give left side. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On second down, here's Barkley. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
On first down, Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. At the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. They'll Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Hurts. This finds Smith. This is ahead for about 5. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Hurts throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. A solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hurts now from the gun. He's on the move. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Headed out right. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And it's a sack as he heads out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And that pushes him back, third down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll try it right with Brown. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
3rd and just 2 to go. Hurts looking to throw. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Looking to throw. And they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
They bring McLaurin in motion right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Brought in right side by McLaurin. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He'll throw it. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. Goes for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Philadelphia first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles losing by 7. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing here, Hurts. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going for it again. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw it. He rolls to his right. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked by Derek Forrest. Has room down the left sideline. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then see the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space. And
come on, your blocker, take over your block.
are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Right to the air goes Nix. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, and that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Nix to the air. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Nix. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
To throw is Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. AC Cardinal. No. Check. Panther.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To the air goes Daniels. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Throwing now is Daniels. Here's a screen for Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Come on, come on.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Hey.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Nix. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They run. It's Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Track 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Terry McLaurin. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
He'll get this to Eckler. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Gonzalez's kick is good.
Copy, yeah.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Taken at the goal line.
I'll make it take it, Bob.
You're watching the NFL.
I'll make it take it, man.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go now.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Daniels looking to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Daniels. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hot 70, hot 70.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Noah Brown from 4 yards out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle.
That's a fine TJ
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Nix, he'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Nix from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn.
Let's go. Let's get it. One more. I got you. I got you. Got you. Doing damage this morning on you dumbass niggas, man. DC Defenders, man, won that championship. We on our football shit, man. Man, XFL game. MVP, Jordan Tayamu, man. Watching real football, man. DC Defenders, man. Hey, did that. No move, baby. No, I'll give you 3-1. That's easy.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off and running from Landover. Returning it from the 16. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Daniels gonna throw to get us started. Going deep right away. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Deontay Hardy to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Into the red zone. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Dixie Maverick.
Daniels from the pistol. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over with the football just outside the 30. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Complete Derrick Henry. Broke through the tackle. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st down, here's Lamar. Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Blitz coming, Lamar. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 33 on second down. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he stopped cold at the spot. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, they're going option to the left side on second. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he drives it up past the 45. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got fourth down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
So close to getting off the field. The fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the gun, it's Robinson. He finds space into the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders at a deficit.
Somewhere I
To the
know.
line they go. It's second down.
65.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run it with Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
That's taken in by Henry. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Lamar now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Jackson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Lamar throwing again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Working quickly here. From the gun, a run for Henry. They'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Short kick gathered in at the 15. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Daniels on first down. And oh, he got it! Interception! Nate Wiggins has got it! And the Ravens will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
At their own 20-yard line.
One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
This is Henry on second. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Henry on the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Getting out to his left. That one's incomplete over the middle. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Lamar. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Jackson yet again. He has the first over the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
First down from the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some...
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touch.
One more game, man.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. A pass complete to Noah Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He finds the veteran Ertz. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Man in motion is Brown. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. Here's a 2nd and 9. Daniels now going to look to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd down, 3 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game. Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll complete that to his fullback. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's a 2nd and 6. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to be third down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On first down, Daniels. He's got his man Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. The motion man here is McLaurin. Give to Robinson from the pistol. Wow! And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They've got it, and it'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. He is in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Here's 3rd and 7. No motion over Flowers. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. Back to throw, Jackson. To the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's in Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The extra point is good, and the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Daniels now on 1st down. Taking off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now
here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Jackson. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Jackson now. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Gonzalez now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Commanders have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The motion man here is McClure. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down. Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, as this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Daniels going to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. On target, got it to McLaurin. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with the touchdown to put the game away, but you would love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and You're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll look for Flowers downfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down. Jackson up top again. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll run it here with Robinson. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play that make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll try for the pylon, but they're going to mark him out short as the attempt for 2 is unsuccessful. So time here for the onside pick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The motion man here is McClure. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. a run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. So, fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And here comes Robinson on the toss to the right. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. So now, a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead. His kick is good. He got it. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Jackson. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the outside, he's got Andrews down the field. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Here's 1st down. Now, Jackson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to let this one go deep. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Bateman is the motion man. On third down, Jackson. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Okay, break.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Ready, go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. It's Robinson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.